What is up, my kings and queens? Hope you're absolutely crushing it this week. And if you're not, well, this is the reason why I make this video, for you can have more information so you can crush your business. So what is the topic of today? Today I want to talk about focus because I've been working with a bunch of new clients. Literally, we just opened up back our program. We were pretty much closed for about 3 months. I was dealing with some personal stuff, but whatever. So we opened back the program. We started getting clients in, and this is a common trend I've been seeing. So we closed about 12 people in the past month and a half. And one thing that I've been seeing is that a lot of them have lack of focus. What do I mean by this? So let me show you real quick. So there's, whoops, there's there's a thing that you can call market confusion. Pretty much, you're confusing the market because you don't have you're not direct with your offer. So what I mean by this is I've been working with a lot of companies recently, and when we start breaking down their offers, what they're doing, they have like 13 different products, and this creates market confusion, right? So let me give you an example. There's a client, right? We're just let's say they want to work with us, and we're reviewing the business, and they have two ebooks, two ebooks. So they have two ebooks. Then they have maybe a low ticket offer. It could be maybe a course. So, right? They could have, and I'm kind of mixing them all up. Some of these clients had like either all of them or some. And then we kind of had to clear their offer they don't create market confusion. They also, let's say, they do credit repair. Then they have, let me just duplicate a couple of these. So credit repair, of course, we have funding, the high ticket, right? Then they have, let's say, they maybe have a school community as well. What else could they have? They maybe have, they sell aged LLC, right? What else could they have? They maybe could have, what's going on? They maybe have maybe a VIP day, VIP. Whoa. VIP. They maybe they have, what else could they have that we've seen that I'm like, why do you have this? Um yeah, VIP day, H Corps, credit repair. Sometimes they have ebooks. What's another offer that I see people have? Maybe just regular, just mentorship or consulting. So we work with the clients or with some clients, and they might have all of these offers. And I think this is a mistake. A lot of people think, especially brand new entrepreneurs who haven't really made a shit ton of money, they think that having multiple offers makes them a lot of money. And what they don't realize that maybe, you know, like let's say if you split this whole thing in percentages, maybe there's like 5% here. Hold on, give me a sec. So 5%. Okay, so you have like, let's say 5% right here. Then you could have maybe the funding is actually the one that makes you the most money. Let's say maybe that one is 50%. Okay. Then we maybe have the low ticket offer, maybe is, 10%. Right. Then we have maybe school. School could be maybe another 10%. Then we have, let's say, credit repair. Credit repair could be a 20% or 30%. They just put 25. Right. Then VIP day, even though that might be your most expensive, maybe that's maybe less than 5%, right? Maybe age, it's, and maybe the percentage here or off is not exactly 100. I'm not really counting, so just keep that in mind. And then maybe this is, fucking, I don't know, 15%, right? So let's just say all of this percentages makes you, let's say, equals 30K per month, which is not bad. It's a very respectable number. But I believe if you focus and you narrow down on one thing, you'll make way more money. Because what's happening is that you lack focus. You're pretty much putting energy, like this percentages is actually where your energy is going every day. So we gotta start figuring out, okay, how can we eliminate all of this? Because I get it. Most people, what they want, the reason why they're doing this is because they want to create a client journey, right? They want to be like, okay, somebody gets the low ticket and somebody gets my ebooks, then they go into credit repair, then I do a little bit consulting, then hopefully they could get into some funding. And then after, maybe they could join, my school. Maybe they want to buy some H Corp. Say, hey, after all of this happens, maybe they want to spend a day with me on, whatever the fuck it may be. And that's cool. But what is the goal of the business, everyone? If the goal of the business is to make as much money as possible, you should focus on one of these, whichever is the highest ticket, and just slam the crap out of it and put all your energy into that thing until you're pretty much making so much money that you're like, okay, I crank the crap out of this knob, and every time I crank it up, maybe it's breaking my systems. I can't scale beyond it. Let me add a low ticket. So this happened to me. I was doing funding. I was just doing funding. I was selling a one check. I was doing funding. I was closing it at 6K. 6K. And we were 6K, and we were doing 30 to 55 clients per month. That was equating to, we'll do either around 180 to 320K, around there. We sometimes hit 50, but like 350, but then that's more like, it was only once. Like the most consistent was like 320. So from 180 to 320, we were doing it consistently. Okay, like after doing this for months, like fucking years, honestly, like we were doing at least 6 figures per month for almost 2 years. After that, after doing this for so long and making, let's say I'm gonna put average, I'm just gonna average it out to 200K per month, 200K per month, is when I'm like, okay, so every time I scale my ads, something seems to break. Let me find out a way to liquidate ad spend. And then for the first time ever, I went into low ticket, which what I did was my school. Right? And the only reason I created school was to liquidate some of the ad spend, so I don't have that pressure of just like every month if I don't make a sale, this whole business is doomed, because we're spending 1,000, 1,500, 2K a day on advertisement. So I was like, let me see if I could create a low ticket offer so I could liquidate some of the ad spend. And that way we could spend literally 30 to 40 grand a month, even without getting a single sale. Of course we gotta get sales, but that was my philosophy behind it. If I could spend 30 to 40K a month without worrying if I'm making a sale or not, I'm just spending it just to grow the company. I think this is a better way for me to grow my company. And then honestly, before this, we're doing the VIP days we're having. We're charging pretty much $25,000 to do this. Like if you want to spend a day with us, you will charge you $25,000. We review your whole business. We pretty much shoot some ads together. We give you all of our stuff. It's pretty much the business in a box, but then you spend technically 2 days with me, and we pretty much like dismantle your business, and then we put it back together how it's supposed to be, or how it could be in a scalable way. So even though I did this, but this was for more people, and I was charging for this, it was 25,000. I did this a year after. So I did funding for almost two years, almost 2 years. Then I created the VIP day. I would say maybe a year and a half, but almost 2 years. Then I created the VIP day. Then like, yeah, because this is, I have to be like almost 1 year and a half, right? And then 2 years later, after selling funding for almost and then two. Oh my God, what is happening? 2 years after. If actually, I'm gonna put the price for the school. So we first started it at $99 per month, even though right now it's not 99. It's like I think 250. We want to raise it all the way to 500, but we do it every 2 months or 3 months, so we could put more content in there and find out exactly what the people are struggling with, so we can increase the price. Because the value that we put into our school is fucking insane. Like I used to just charge 12K flat for just the information, and you gotta self-implement. But I thought that it would be a lot better if I could do a MMR system to get as many people to get results, start getting them the first leads. I understand the foundation, so that's what we had in a very low month. But when I first started out, it was $99 per month, okay? So, and again, the sole purpose of this was to liquidate ad spend. I'm like, if I could get 300 people in here, I'm making 30 grand a month. I could put 30 grand back in the ads into my high ticket or VIP day, right? So just this system, I was able to scale it to beyond 300K per month, around there, right? And it's just technically 3 offers. And honestly, this is towards the end. The school is towards the end, because for the longest time, I just didn't care for low ticket, because most people, the problem I see with this is that you see a bunch of people doing the same and think that they may be gazillionaires or they might be crushing it or whatever, but I wouldn't bet on it. Usually people who have 30 different offers are confusing the market, because a lead comes to you. Let's say we have a lead, right? This lead comes across your page and it just confused on exactly what the fuck you do. Because you have, the lead sees all of this and they're like, what the fuck is all of this? Because they just don't know. And then because you're your own, of course you're the business owner. So you're like, no, of course, this makes perfect sense. This is the perfect journey, client's success path, because X, Y, and Z, after they struggle with this, they're going to struggle with this. After they struggle with this, they're going to struggle with this, whatever it may be, right? All this doing is creating marketing confusion. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. They might just click off. If they click on your bio, you have 30 different things. They just don't know what the hell to do. They're like, do I go to the ebook? Do I go to the funding? Do I go to the course? They just confused. They're like, what? I don't know where do I go, right? So what do? You're like, Javi, I guess you're right. Maybe I am fucking up. I have 30 different offers on my bio. I have 30 different landing page, and I'm still just making 20, 30K per month, and I'm not going nowhere. And honestly, boys and girls, this being real nice, because a lot of you guys that I talk to that you have multiple offer, you're barely making 10K per month, and that's just the reality. So so it's not even fucking working. You know, it's not even working. You guys are just seeing somebody release an ebook about credit repair. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go get ChatGPT. I'm gonna release an ebook. The ebook is gonna be reading by ChatGPT. So you didn't even put your own effort to be unique and write it your own. You just let ChatGPT do it. And then you're wondering why you can't scale to 6-figure months. You're wondering why people are not buying your ebook as much as possible. You're like, hey, so many people buy, or maybe so many people are buying the ebook, but they're not sending to the next thing, which is like maybe your low ticket offer, maybe your funding. You know, the ebook, it could go into your funding. The ebook could go into your school, whatever it may be. You know, whatever system you have. It might be for like HLCs, like, hey, after you read my ebook, they know they could get funded. So here's an HLC, here's some credit repair, fucking the whole enchilada. You pretty much are a buffet of offers. I think this is incredibly wrong. You're not gonna get anywhere. Okay, now how do you fix it? Javi, I know I have this mess. How do I fix it? First, cleaning it the fuck up. Clean this whole fucking thing up. I would say the most important would be the credit repair, because if somebody needs to get funded, they need credit repair and funding. These are the two things you need to make a lot of money. Hell, hell for the credit repair, because I made all my fucking money without credit repair. When I first started, I had credit repair, and then I found out, the client base is very difficult to work with. You usually don't get the same results twice, because all this credit repair stuff, and I just didn't feel comfortable getting people's information, personal information, and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna do funding. But in reality, all you need is two or just one. Right? So that's where you promote yourself. Hey, I help companies, or I help entrepreneurs, or I help individuals acquire funding. That's it. That's what you push out there. Now, how you do that is when you can have 10 different types of products to do that, but you're only promoting one thing. And on the sales call or on the VSL, you can explain your different offers. So on the sales call, you can be like, hey, I see your credit is not fit. I see that your LC is not aged property. I see that you don't have whatever it may be. So let me sell you this bundle. Let me sell you this package. Let me sell you this. And at least you don't confuse the prospect on your offers. They're only booking a call with you to get funded. They want 100 grand in funding. They don't give a shit how you do it. And then if you displace all these different offers, spend a VIP day with me. It's like, they don't even know who the fuck you are. I don't think you should have a VIP day or consulting, until you have volume. Once you have volume, then you can start doing this little niche of the thing. Like, the reason why I started my VIP day is because somebody literally said, Javi, how much would it cost to spend a day with you? And then, like, I even have a live call of this. Like, we were all in a group, and then one of our clients was like, Javi, how much does it cost to spend a whole day with you? I'm like, it's around 20 grand. It has to be paid in full. And he's like, okay, give me a second, and I think I might do it tonight, because I want to fly out there, meet you, and I want you to dissect my business. And this happened on a live call, and I'm like, sure. And that was the first time that I'm like, okay, sure. And after that, I kept promoting it. I'm like, hey, once a month, I could take one of you guys. I could fly you guys out to Miami. We could stay in my house, or we could rent an Airbnb if you want to do a bunch of videos, whatever the person wanted. And we're gonna completely dismantle your business and assemble it again. And all the missing pieces, we're gonna do it together. That only happened because the market literally asked me, everyone, and this after I closed 150 leads of pretty much scaling funding companies. One guy was like, hey, let me do this. And then it kind of snowballed. Then we had 3 people, then we had 4, now we've done almost like 11 VIP days. Okay. But this only happened after I was doing 200 plus almost 300K per month in funding. And then I'm like, hey, let me see if I could create other types of things. Not in funding, I'm sorry, scaling the funding companies, okay? So if you're in this position, you have many different distractions, many different offers. Many different offers create many different distractions. So you gotta just focus and narrow in on one. If you want to do credit repair, if you want to do funding, if you want to do consulting, if you want to sell all this stuff, that's cool, that's awesome. But please do it on the call. Please do it when you're ready to close the deal, or when you're talking to this prospect, either on DMs or on the call. Hey, by the way, Do you need H corps? Do you need whatever your offer is, those things that you supposedly say is gonna help them get to the where they want to be? Just sell them as a package. Start charging 6K, start or 4K, 6K, 8K, 10K. Who whatever number it is. We have clients that are charging 10 to 12K for the funding services, a little bit of credit repair. They sell them like an H corp. They sell them a bunch of little things, and they're like, here it's gonna be a 10K package, 12K package. We even have clients that are charging 16 grand because as soon as they get you funded, you can pick different products for you to invest in. So if you want to start like an Airbnb business, they put you in contact with people that help other people start Airbnb, so they get you funded, and they put you in contact with a business owner that can help you start a business. So that's why they're charging 16K. But they don't really say that while they're promoting it. They don't really promote, hey, are you somebody who doesn't have any money, wants to have money, and then find where to put that money into? They just say, hey, if you're an individual who needs funding, who needs blah, 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 if you're a business owner or entrepreneur, if you need funding, click the link below, let's jump on a call. Then during the call, they discover, hey, this person doesn't have nowhere to put the money in, so we can help them. Hey, since you don't want just the money, you want also an investment opportunity, it's gonna be an offer of 16 grand. If the person just wanted funding, they just offer the 8 grand and not really telling them, hey, by the way, we have a thing that we sell you businesses or whatever it may be. No, the client doesn't need to, they don't give a shit. That's why you can't confuse the market, because if you had in the bio, I sell businesses and get you funded, maybe that person that already owns the business, he's like, hey, I don't really care about me buying the business, I already have my own, and you technically disqualify that person. So let's say somebody that's in your bio and they just want to get funded by you, but they see that you have ebooks, you have courses, you have whatever, and you're like, I don't want to get funded by courses or ebooks or whatever. I just want somebody to do it for me. You lost that client. You get me? That's why you have to be very clear on your bio. You can't say that you do 20 different things. It just makes the prospect very confused. Okay? So again, how do you fix this? Focus on one, max two. This thing correlate with each other. You can say we do funding and credit. We get you funded and fix, like if I was going to put credit repair in the funding, I'll say getting you funded 100 grand while also cleaning your credit. Or something like that. You get me? We will clean your credit to a 750 credit score and get you 100 grand in funding, all in one. You get me? And then you clear up the messaging, you clear up the marketing, and then whatever offers you have after that. Let's say if you get on the call and they don't have an LLC, or they don't have, let's say, they don't have the things that you need, and then that's what you're selling. Hey, by the way, it's gonna be an extra $500, an extra $1,000, an extra whatever, because you don't have these things in order. Okay, but like I said, for me, if you guys really want to make a lot of money, just focus on one thing. Just focus on one thing. This is how I made all my money, everyone. Like I literally just had one offer, and technically this is the same thing as as me scaling the funding companies. It's just more time with me and access to me and my wife and my team. So it's technically the same thing. It's just now we fly you out here and you spend time with us. So that was the only difference. And then the school was literally, I got all the curriculums for my high ticket offer. I cut almost 50% of it, and then I put a lot of that content inside of school, and I could charge people who don't qualify for my inner circle, my high ticket offer. I could kind of downsell them into the school. So it was like a necessary thing for me to do. I didn't do it just because I saw somebody do it. I'm like, oh, let me do it as well. I'm like, hey, if I do this, then maybe I could liquidate some ad spend. Maybe I could have some people from the school ascend. And we had a couple clients also ascend from school, like usually 1 or 2 a month. They go from school and they're like, okay, I'm ready to join your high ticket offer. I'm ready to join your circle. I'm ready to work with you one-on-one. Okay. And that's why I created it. So but this was already working before I have this. Most of you guys, none of this is working, and you guys are just creating offers and offers and offers and offers, and you just stack, and you have 10, 20 different offers, and you probably having sold one. Like people have VIP days charging 30 grand, 20 grand, 15 grand, and they never sold it once. I'm like, first sold it at least at 10K or 5K or something, get the ball rolling, and then you can raise your prices. Because, people, I feel like they have this offer just so they could look like, oh, look at me. I have fucking 30 different offers. I have a $50,000 offer. I have a gazillion dollar offer. Nobody has fucking bought it. Like, what? Who gives a shit, That's why you can't confuse the market. You can't confuse yourself as well. And then if you have 30 different offers in your bio and in your landing page or whatever the fuck it may be, then you're explaining on the sales call all this thing, and then you're confusing the person. You're like, they might be like, Wait, what do you have this again? And what is this again? Okay, but I'm a little bit confused. So you do this and you do this. Okay, you get me? And then it just becomes a mess. So if you're somebody, if you're a credit repair company or a funding company, and you're sending multiple offers because you think that's the way to scale, you are incorrect. Focus on one, right? And hopefully it's high ticket, because this is the one that's gonna scale you the fastest. That's another thing. You guys have all these offers, right? So let me just get a couple in here, right? So we have, let's say, let me put them side by side. We have the VIP day. Boom. We have the funding. We have credit repair. We have, they say school, and maybe some age LLC. I'm just gonna put 5. Okay, so we have these 5 offers. Okay, we have these 5 offers, right? And you're like, okay, which one should I delete? Well, which one gets you reach the fastest? That's all I want. That's all I care about. If the whole goal is for you to be a business owner, is to make as much money as possible, so you can have the freedoms that you always wanted, buy whatever the fuck you want. So why are we delaying the process of us making as much money as possible? Okay. So let's say the school, it's let's say just 99 per month. Okay. So the school. Okay, so we have school, 99 per month. Okay. Then we have, let me see if I could put it here. There you go. Then we have the VIP day. Maybe is 10K. I'm just, this is kind of the lowest I would charge for VIP. Then we have funding, which 6K to 12K. Let's say credit repair. I'm putting just here 1,000, which it's a bit. Some people charge different prices, but I'm just gonna average it to that. And then let's say HLC, let's put 2K. Okay. Now here, actually, let me just put just 6K, because then the example will be better. Okay. If we sell, let's say 50 of each, which one will make us the most money? So we put X times 50, right? Okay, so times 10. Oh no, it's times 50, my bad. I should have done times 10 for the math could be easier. But, oh well, we're already here. Times 50 equals, and then times 50 equals. Okay, so now let's do the math. So for the school, 99 times 50. Oh, what the hell did I just cancel? Oh crap. So that one's gonna be just 5K. So that one's gonna be around 49.50. Okay. This one's gonna be much easier, just because the price is 10K. Whoops. Okay. Dude, I don't know why today this thing is so laggy. Good Lord. So that's 300,000. This is just gonna be 50,000. be 100K. All right. So we sell all of these 50 times. Which one of these is going to make you the most shit ton of money? And of course, let me put them all together. Yeah, this thing today is so laggy. I wonder why. Of course, this is going to be the one you're going to make the most goddamn fucking money. Because you're charging 10K. You know? The second will be this one. Right? So, the thing about the VIP day is that if you don't really have brand and people don't really know who the fuck you are and that you can get people results, it's very difficult for somebody to spend $10,000 on you for they could spend a day with you. So this will be the hardest one to sell, right? But you know which one would be easy? Selling 50 offers of funding for 6K. That is probably the easiest one out of all of these, and you'll make 300,000. Because selling credit repair at $1,000, you could do it, but not everybody's gonna pay you that. HLC selling at 2K, which I think that's a bit too pricey. Selling 50, how many people you can really sell LLCs? It's not really like that, So which one of these will take you will not only make your business grow faster, but the less effort? I think selling a low ticket is gonna take you a longer time. I think it will. Selling with credit repair selling could be easy, but it's still a bitch. Especially you're dealing with that demographic that they don't want to spend money. They give you $200 and they want you to save their whole entire life and have a 800 credit score with $1 billion of loans. So it's credit repair is a bitch. So I would say the easiest will be the VIP day, first the funding. So this will be the easiest to sell. And then comes the VIP day that you can do that. Once you, let's say, funded 1,000, or not even 1,000, that's a bit too much, but 500 clients up to 1,000 clients, you're going to start getting notoriety. People are going to start knowing who the hell you are. And now you can sell your VIP day. Hey, by the way, if you're, X, Y, and Z, and you want to, scale your business by implementing all the funding strategies that I have to get approved for this much, come here, spend a day with me, and I'll make you back that money that day. Because if you spend 10K with me with a VIP day, I'm gonna get you approved for 100 grand. So you're gonna make your money back, and not only that, we're gonna help you scale your business and see what you create your offer. But this is so much better. Like you can even just see the volume here. Here you got, because if we do it to match everything, like let's say, how can I do this? So let's say for credit repair. So we gotta sell 300 credit repair before we could make the funding. You get me? We gotta sell 500 to get to the $500,000 with the VIP. For the H Corps, or the school, how many school members we need to make $300,000? So it's gonna take you a bunch of marketing work. You gotta do a bunch of ads. You're gonna do a bunch of experiments. You gotta test a bunch of VSLs. You gotta test a bunch of different things that you can get fucking 3,000 members into your school community, so you can make 300K per month. Or get really good at sales and marketing for funding and try to close 50 deals a month. This is when my funding company I was cranking to as far as they can. We were doing 52 to 55 clients per month consistently. We did that for months, like just hammering. Before I even had a school, before I even had a VIP day, before I even had hey, let me help you scale your funding company, I was just slamming funding programs, deals, just 6K. Like I had 4 to 5 book calls every single day in my calendar, Monday to Friday. The weekends we were off, and I was closing at a 50-something% closing rate. I think it was 54. So I was just closing fucking a shit ton of people, closing a bunch of people. I was just selling. Because, well, if you know my story, I had to get out of a huge debt that I had. I almost $500,000 a day. I got scammed by this. I'm not gonna get to the story. I said it a couple times, but pretty much I lost like $500,000. I had to pay it back. So I started the funding company, and then I really started making a lot of fucking money. I'm like, holy shit, I could really crank this to like like 300K per month. And that's what we did. It only took me 4 months to go from 0 to 100K per month because I already knew a little bit of sales. I already knew a lot about ads and marketing. That's literally my strong skill. So like I just started marketing myself. And around 4 months, the first month, I think I did 10K, then I did 30K, then I did, I think 60, and then I went to 100. Literally, it took me 4 months to get there. I think in the fourth month, it was like 90 something, like close to 100. But then the fifth month, for sure, I was already doing like 120. And then it took me like 8 months to go from 0 to 300K per month. So it's not, it was not a long time, in my opinion. I think you going from 0 to $300,000 per month in about a year is not too crazy. It does sound like wild, but hey, it fucking happened. And that's how I did it. I didn't confuse the market with 10 different offers. I didn't have a low ticket, high ticket. I didn't have school. Yeah, you might look at me now and I have my school. Now I have, like I have different little things. I have the VIP day. I have, scale your funding company. But when I was just fucking ramming the ads and selling as many funding offers as possible, that was the only offer I had. I was just selling funding. So if you're in this position right now that you have so many different offers and you're not even at 10K per month and you're watching this video, thank you for watching again. I really appreciate it. But I will really appreciate it if you guys start implementing some of the things that I'm saying, because I'm telling you, it's going to help you. And you can even see this, that let's say, which I said in the beginning of the video, this percentage is the time that is taken away from your day. Imagine let's say if school is actually making you the most money and you're not making nothing from funding, then put all your eggs in school. Now people say, oh, I don't want to put my eggs in one basket. Shut the fuck up. Just get more eggs, bro. Like that whole, I don't want eggs in one basket, bro. You're like, that's why sometimes listen to the online space could be so like, I don't know. Because people have this philosophy of like, oh, I don't want to have all eggs in my basket. Brother, you barely even have a basket. Like if you're so the whole eggs in one basket is literally, once you have enough money, once you have income, you want to start diversifying your income. You want to have like diversifying your portfolio, as I say. You want to have multiple income streams. You want to have like, hey, whatever it is, which that's cool. But you know what I believe in even more? Having more fucking eggs. Just double down, double down, double down, double down. Soon enough, you're going to have fucking 200 eggs in your basket, and it doesn't care if one breaks, you have another 199. That is more like my philosophy. I want to narrow and go as deep as possible. Not wide. I don't want to go wide. The people who go wide are the people who are the brokest. The people who go narrow and deep are the people who have the most money because they have depth of knowledge. That's when people start paying you a shit ton of money, because you have experience and knowledge that not the rest of the world has. That's the reason funding companies pay me 20 grand to work with me. That's why they pay me 25 grand to have a VIP day with me. I even have 50K offers that we work with people for a full year working on the business and scaling them to 6-figure months. The only reason that's possible is because I have depth of knowledge. Not only did I grow my company from 0 to 300K per month, 2 different companies I had around 200, one 250, one 300K per month. So 2 companies I scaled to 6-figure plus. And not only that, I've helped over 200 and consulted over 250 credit and funding companies scale. So that just gives me so much experience. I'm just moving so much faster than everybody. That's why I'm allowed to charge these prices. But then again, I'm narrow. I'm very focused. Okay, this is exactly what I do, and this is, if you want to work with me, this is how you work with me. You only have 2 options. So you can join the school or you can join my inner circle. That's it. I don't have, hey, here's an ebook, here's a consulting program, here's an H Corp, here's a low ticket course that is only $20, giving you my secret sauce of how to book more calls or whatever the F it may be. No, it's none of that. It's like, hey, if you want to work with me, pay for this. The secret is, like I said before, once you start doing big numbers, once you start doing 200K per month consistently, 100K per month, 300K per month, and you're like, for the love of God, I can't break this revenue number. I've been stuck at 200K per month, 100K per month. Hell, maybe 50K per month or 100K per month. Well, actually, no, because if you're around 50 to 100, you just need to, if you're 50, you just got to just double what you're doing and crank the ad budget up, or whatever traffic source you have. You just got to duplicate it or just double it so you can start getting 100K per month. When you start touching 200 and 300, that's when you're like, and you're stuck. That's when I will start looking into, let me create some new systems. Let me create a low ticket product. Let me create maybe something that I could kind of like sell and then nurture a lead to eventually, join my inner circle. But that's when you're already making a shit ton of money, that you're like, okay, let me see what I could do here so I could diversify it a little bit and maybe build more foundation for the business. For me, like I said, it was a school because it gives me a nice MMR. I'm making money, like money every single month without pretty much putting that much work in. I only go live twice a month. I do a bunch of new updates. I do give people templates, but it doesn't take too much time out of my time, too much time out of my life in a month. You get me? And there I'm making a shit ton of money per month that I could put back on ads. So that's why we came up with the idea. It was not just like, oh, because I saw somebody using school, let me do it too. So I know this video is a bit long. It's a bit longer than I wanted to, but this is very important. Like, I see this all the time. Like I said, in the past month or two, we got like almost 11 clients who work with us on our one-on-one, scaling credit and funding companies. And we already seen this a couple more times, that they just have too many different types of offers. And when you have a bunch of different offers, all you're doing is creating marketing confusion, and that's not good, because then the lead doesn't know what the fuck you're doing, I'm telling you, it's not good, And if you want more evidence of this, go search up, the big boys, the people who have making a shit ton of money, and you can see if that they do have multiple products. But if you can go back to, let's say, when they're not that big or doing that crazy numbers, they only had one offer and they were just scaling the crap of that one offer. Then once they got rich, or once their business is super successful, whatever the finish line is that you want to put, that's when they start creating multiple offers so they could create more client journey in their pipeline, in their system, and for their clients. Okay, so I hope you got value of this video, everyone. I'll see you guys on the next one.